With that, I'm proud to introduce to you RMU's new football head coach, Bernard Clark Jr.
Well, I was going to write something down, but I've been waiting for this so long, I really know what I want to say. First of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity because He's given me so many blessings along the way that I've done this, and it's been outstanding. Secondly, I want to thank my beautiful wife, Tammy, who's been with me for the last 19 years going through this journey, going through all those schools He just announced and moving all over the place with me. So she's been a rock. And I tell people all the time, she's not perfect, but she's perfect for me. And I love her dearly. Thank you very much. Next, I want to thank my parents, who if they didn't do what they did 50 years ago, I wouldn't be here either. So I want to thank Bernard Clark Sr. and Teresa Belly Clark. I thank them also. I also want to take the time to thank now Dr. Howard, Dr. Coleman, for giving me this opportunity more than anything else. And lastly but not least, I want to thank Greg Gattuso and Mark Benson. Those are the guys I just worked for at the University of Albany. And they were behind me 100% when I was looking for this opportunity. They told me how to go out and get it. They presented me with the ideas. They sat me down and told me some of the questions I would be asked. So I want to thank those two gentlemen more than anything else. The first thing I want to tell you is this. What I'm here to do is to build a foundation based on trust, honesty, discipline, integrity, and character, so that our young men can become better men, better husbands, and better fathers. That has been my motto ever since I started coaching at James Madison University years ago. Because when I got into coaching, it wasn't about the X's and O's. A lot of coaches have heard this 100 times. It's never about the X's and O's, it's about the Jimmys and the Joes. That's what's important to me, these young men, trying to help them grow in so many ways, so that once they leave RMU, they become productive citizens throughout the world. Those are things important to me. And with that said, and everyone knows this that interviewed me so far, there are three things that I won't tolerate. There are three things I'll tell the guys as soon as they get back to their first meeting. The first thing is this: you must be on time for everything. On time for everything. If you're not on time for everything, there are consequences when you're not on time. The second thing is, the one thing I don't like is cell phones. Mine is driving me crazy right now. So many people are calling me and thanking me, and it's blowing up, but it's driving me nuts. But the cell phone rule is this: if I see your cell phone once the meeting starts, you got 300 yards of up downs. If your cell phone goes off, I'm taking it for 48 hours. I used to take it for 7 days, but Coach Gattuso said, that's a bit much time. Just kind of pulled back a little bit. So now I take it for 48 hours. And the last thing, but it's probably the most important thing, I don't want to hear the N-word. I don't want to hear from black players, I don't want to hear from white players. I think it's significant in our society, and I think it's something that we should not be calling each other. And I want guys to understand that more than anything. I don't want to hear that word. Because again, we're trying to build better men, better husbands, and better fathers. I got into coaching because of those three things. This is a game I love. And I understand that this is a privilege for me to coach college football. And it's a privilege for me to lead these young men in so many ways. And I understand the importance of that privilege. My door will always be open. No questions asked. If you want to come in and laugh with me, cry with me, talk to me, whatever the situation may be. But understand this: when you walk into my office, you will get the truth. And truth is like poetry. And most people can't stand poetry. So you gotta make sure that we're focused on the thing that's important. So when a young man returns, they gotta understand that we're gonna be focused in everything we do. We're gonna be disciplined in everything we do. But we're gonna be enthusiastic about what we do. And I've told Dr. Coleman this: remember, discipline is not the enemy to enthusiasm. We have to be focused. We have to be willing to do what it takes to be a great football team. But more importantly, we have to be doing what it takes to be a great man, a great husband, and a great father. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'll take them now. Yes, sir.
Omari Simkovic from the Pittsburgh Post.
You didn't call me back, Omari. I called you yesterday. You didn't call me back.
Sorry about that.
No problem. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, just like I got a lot of stuff going on. No problem. It's good.
I'll be back tonight. Of course, Dr. Harry Coleman said earlier that you were very impressive during the phone interviews. But what made Robert Morris the right fit for you, and why make the jump to being a head coach now?
The first thing I noticed about Robert Morris is when Coach Walton was the head coach over 20 years, they won 6 conference championships. They won 2 national championships, non-scholarship guys. They were a great team. For some reason or other, the last 6 or 7 years, they've fallen off. And it's no fault of the last coach. It has nothing to do with that. The same coach they were running before, they say the same culture. What I saw was an opportunity for me again to help these young men grow, to build a culture here that they had before, to talk to alumni and let them know the things that we want to bring back here more than anything. That's what I saw more than anything. I saw a chance to build a program, not build a football team. I think that's where people make a mistake. I'm not here to build a football team. I'm here to build a program. I'm not looking to get it going and leave in 2 years. I'm looking to build a football program, and that's what me and my wife want to do.
I'm really good.
Yeah, keep going. Tell me some lies and make me stop thinking about the truth. Go ahead.
Of course, you're here to build a program, not a team. On the field, what is your philosophy, and would you say your teams are built, maybe more on defense, more on offense? Sort of what are the core tenets?
Well, the biggest thing about the teams is more than anything else, and I've told the guys this, basically, and I get this from Dr. Howard, we're going to teach these guys how to tie their shoes again, how to put their socks on. We're going to be teachers of the game. We're going to teach basic fundamentals more than anything else. Teach you how to tackle properly, how to step with the right footwork. Everything is important, but it's more about technique. It's not about scheme. It's not about what we're going to do on offense or what we're going to do on defense. Those things are important, but we can't get the guys to do what we need them to do technically. Right hand placement, right foot placement. They can't do the technical and the basic fundamentals of what we're trying to do. We can't win football games. So we're going to be based on, that's when spring ball starts. And I hope someone will listen to me right now, because once spring ball starts, guys, the first 3 days is going to be almost like a walkthrough, because we got to make sure we're doing exactly what we want out of these guys so we can carry it over. And once we start putting the scheme in, those things have to remain there. Because when it's in the fourth quarter, you're dying and you're hurting, you have to go back to your fundamentals to help you win football games. If you don't have basic fundamentals, which is what we're going to teach. Not saying that's not what they were taught in the past. I'm sure they were. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is that's how we're going to start out, teaching basic fundamentals and teaching proper technique.
You mentioned that Robert Morris has had some success in the past. What are some of the things that you've seen, whether it was from the outside looking in about this program or since you've been here, that are advantages for Robert Morris or things that you can use to get this program back to success?
Well, the biggest thing I think I can use more than anything else, and this comes from a coach that taught me, is Jimmy Johnson. Players don't care what you know until they know that you care. Once they understand we care about them as people, we're trying to do what's best for them, I think they're going to reciprocate what we're trying to do more than anything else, and that's what's important more than anything else. We're going to show those guys that we like you because of who you are. We understand that you're doing what you're doing. This is not personal. It's never, ever personal. That's what you got to make guys understand. The problem with a lot of young men nowadays, they look at being coached as criticizing them. It's not about criticizing these young men. We want them to understand there's a difference between personal and performance. I am criticizing your performance. I'm not criticizing you as a young man. I think once they understand that, that's what's important. I was taught that by Jimmy Johnson. When I was at the University of Miami, I've said this publicly many times. I'm sure Coach is watching right now. If he is watching, he'll hear it again. If killing was legal, I'd have killed Coach Johnson. But I love the way he worked. I love the